Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is a really random way to start a cook with me video, but I just wanted to show you guys how adorable my babies are. This was their first time at the dentist, and the girl that you see in this shot is one of my very best friends, and I was so happy that she was able to clean my baby's teeth. They did so good, you guys. I know that this is so random, but I don't know, I just thought it was the cutest thing ever and I wanted to share it with you. But today we're going to be making a vegan white lasagna soup, and I'm really excited about it. This is one of the things that I make a lot. I make it at least once a month. It's super delicious, really good for you. I do add a lot more things in it than are in the actual recipe, but as always I will put my recipe inspiration down in the description box below. These are all the ingredients we're going to need. I didn't end up using the green beans. I was craving green beans and wanted to put those on the side, but the soup itself was enough and it was filling enough without having to have a side, so I decided against them. This recipe does call for cashew cream, and as always I did not soak my cashews, so I have to boil them. I'm just taking a cup of cashews and however much water there is needed to fill the top of the pan, and I'm just going to boil those for about 15 minutes. So while I'm waiting for those to boil, I'm just going to go ahead and cut up this onion. The recipe calls for half of a small onion, but I'm going to put a very large onion, like the whole thing, in the soup. I get out a large pot so that I can saute the onions and the garlic. I'm putting my favorite Miyoko's butter first. Then I'm adding the onions and the garlic. I add a lot of garlic, but that's okay because it's really good for you. And then seasoning with some salt and pepper. I got some new utensils from Amazon and they were long overdue. I will link them down below. I am obsessed with these. I cover the pot until the onions are translucent, and they should look like this. And when they look like this, you can start adding the rest of the ingredients to the pot. Now I'm going to be adding 6 cups of this organic vegetable stock. A 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. This gives the soup a cheesy flavor. 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, which is one of my favorite seasonings. And 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. For some reason this throws some people off, but you always want some kind of sweetness in almost every one of your dishes. The recipe calls for the juice of a lemon, so I just kind of eyeball it and then mix it all together. It should look like this. So in the recipe there really isn't any kind of substance, I don't think, so I'm going to be adding some beans to mine. Since it's a white lasagna, I'm going to be adding some navy beans. I go ahead and I wash those and rinse them and then add a bunch of them to the pot. And you know me, I like to put greens in all of my food, so I'm adding a bunch of handfuls of spinach to the pot as well. Put the lid on and let that simmer. My cashews were done boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and drain those and rinse them off in some cool water. Put your drain and rinse cashews into a high-speed blender. I use a Vitamix, it's my all-time favorite. Add a cup of vegetable stock, a tablespoon of lemon juice, and of course some salt and pepper. Blend that on high and then go ahead and add it to your soup. It should look super creamy just like this. Mix that all together really well. When the soup comes to a boil, it's time to add the lasagna noodles.
Hi! Hi! Hello! Hello! Are you helping? Are you helping? What are you doing? My slipper?
Now that it's brought to a boil, I'm going to start to break apart the lasagna noodles. Make sure to break it apart into small pieces. Last time that I made this soup, they were way too big and it was hard to eat.
I wanna be a weekend lover. Yeah, I'ma be the best damn lover you got. I wanna mess up your covers. I don't wanna meet your mother.
Hello. A lot of people ask me, how do you like clean your house and like cook dinner when you have 3 kids? And the answer is, it's very difficult, but it's doable, huh? It's doable. Yeah. He's been in the kitchen with me this entire time, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I just have to keep tossing like different measuring cups and like measuring spoons and pots and pans, and that entertains him for like 5 minutes, and then I have to toss another one, and then that entertains him for 5 minutes.
And then you let your lasagna noodles boil for about 10 minutes, and that's pretty much it. I cut up some green onions to put on top. I also added some of this baby arugula on top, and this is the finished product. It was so delicious. You guys should definitely make this. You will not regret it. It's amazing. Thanks for watching.